Hello, welcome to my channel. We're going to talk about Knight of Pentacles today, and I think I've got a great Kate Bush song choice for this, so hang around for that. I'm just going to quickly talk about my view of the Knight of Pentacles and how maybe that has changed, or I feel it needs to change from the older decks when, if we think about the old Italian decks and this suit of pentacles, or coins as some people talk, it was, was very much associated with the merchant class and of wealth, the world of work. And it can still be interpreted that way, which I think is a little bit narrow. I think we need to expand, especially thinking about environmental issues now and what we know about the exploitation of the planet, of nature and of people. And I think maybe going towards seeing this pentacle suit more about protection and creation and nurture rather than building something up, and definitely going away from a kind of capitalist, kind of materialistic view of this suit. And so the card I've chosen, I've only chosen this card as this one as an example, I think, today, is from this lovely tarot deck, which I don't show much, which is the Commonplace Tarot by Nell Latimer. I will put a link to Nell's website because their artwork is very much associated with, they do lots of liner cuts of trees and nature. I think they live somewhere quite rural, and there's that lovely energy. This is a tarot deck. I think it's my only black and white tarot deck, and I wasn't sure about that at first, but I would say that when I feel a little bit fragile, the black and white energy, it fits. Sometimes having too much color, if I'm under the weather, too much color, or all that yellow from the Rider-Waite feels too much. And this feels really soothing. And I like this this Knight here. They look so relaxed. They've got that kind of, I don't know what this is. This, like, well, that's supposed to be like a big pentacle, but this globe. There's so much kind of contentment on their face. They're taking their time. That is often seen as a criticism of this Knight, that it can be a little bit, slow and plodding. But I quite like that too. It can also be, I think, associated with conformity, and maybe also a little bit of perfectionism. But I'm going to talk about perfectionism and stuff when I get to the Eight of Pentacles. I'm not going to talk about that now. The only other thing that I wanted to say about this card, because it also really links very well to the Kate Bush song I've chosen, is to just recommend this amazing book. And I will, there's a podcast about this book and I'll link that too. So this book, Strangers, by Rebecca Jamaz, is has all that it is, about ecological kind of viewpoint, but it's about having like equal respect for human and non-human life. I would say that is the main basis of it. And in the first essay she writes, I just wanted to read a few lines from it because she summarizes beautifully, I think, where she's coming from this. So she says, equality means the same opportunities of life and liberty for people of every race, nationality, sexuality, gender, physicality, age, and place. It might also come to mean a radical equality that includes the non-human, the animals and beings, the trees and the rivers. And then Rebecca goes on to say, exploitation of the earth and exploitation of people go hand in hand. Now, I think this is all a really big clue to the Kate Bush song choice, because I think it is that. It's about respecting all life in all its forms. Comes from this album, which is an album I haven't chosen many songs from this yet, and it is going to be Wild Man. So let me just show you my card. Now, when I was making this card, I first thought that Knight of Pentacles was the wild man. And I thought, well, you know, it's someone that is very closely associated with nature. And I really liked that idea. But then I thought, maybe the Knight of Pentacles isn't the wild man. Maybe the Knight of Pentacles are the explorers in the song who find the footprints. So they find the footprints in the snow, but then they decide to cover those footprints up to protect the wild man from the discovery and potential exploitation. And when Kate Bush talks about this song, she talks about the ecological side and the need to protect things, and you know, the damage that we are doing to the planet. But she also says another interesting thing. She also says the song is about respecting mystery, and that we don't have to know or box or label everything. And it's something, I think it's a theme that lots of artists and writers and musicians talk about. It's the mystery of creativity itself and how we honor that, and also being patient. I think patience often involves if we have a patient mindset, we have to almost be comfortable with uncertainty. A lot of impatience comes from wanting to control things and wanting to be certain about things where we can't be. So I think this is a really good fit for that Knight of Pentacles. And that is, so it's quite a short video today. That is mainly what I wanted to say. And, you know, do check out this book as well and the ideas in that. As always, if you've got any other ideas from Knight of Pentacles, I would be really interested to tell me what you think. And enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.